Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farm Manager 2021. We're in the campaign mode. It's episode number 7. We continue on with chapter number 3, which is the backup plan. I feel like we're getting close to the end of this one, but it keeps throwing more elements at us. The current element is to produce jam of various types, and we've done 2 out of 3. We're now on to the raspberries. And last time we made the decisive decision that we were going to swap all of these fields from strawberries, where we had converted them previously, to raspberry fields. And the reason for that was strawberries and raspberries ultimately pay out the same in the long run. In the short term, strawberries seem to pay out better. They turn over in half the time, but then it turns out that the jam is worth half of what you get compared to the raspberries. So long term, what we're looking at is with a similar payout but a longer turnover, the raspberries are actually going to save us time and effort, because those strawberries require employees frequently. They have to be on it all the time. They got to do, harvest, constantly, spray, harvest. With the raspberries, it's spread out. It takes twice as long, and by spreading that out, that means the employee workload essentially is cut in half to match what you have to do with strawberries. But when the payout is double, you're making up for it. So we're going to make the same amount of money for half the employee work, which means those employees are going to be available more often to work on something else, such as fields that, of course, have grown in number significantly, because now all of a sudden we have 7 fields after the previous step in this chapter put us to work there. So one thing I need to check in on is where we're at. We have the black currant left. I don't know how much. Let's see how much black currant we do have left in all. Okay, that's all of the black currant. There is none just sitting around. We do have a lot of strawberries, so we've got a lot of strawberries to get through, but the black currant... Okay, those are all our goods, final stage goods for now, and that's another 30,000. Put that away, good. Okay, that brings us up to 200,000. So what I'm doing short term here, is I'm going to already start speeding this up a little bit, is I want to use up the black currant that we have, make whatever jam we can make with that, which looks like we might... Let's see, do we have 200 left when it finishes? It looks like we will, and yes, 218. So we'll get 2 more times through. So we'll make 2 more blackcurrant jams, and then we've got all those strawberries, and we'll have to get on with the strawberries. We have not collected any raspberries yet since switching over. Once we do, we'll take care of that stage. Now it's November. I don't know what happened to winter this year, but it's stayed nice and warm. So we have all these fields that are getting finished up. These fields are just getting ready for next year. They aren't being planted, as far as I know, hopefully. You guys aren't producing fast enough. Maybe because you're not producing fast enough because you're hungry? Could be. Could be the issue. Now, one thing I'm thinking about doing when the time is right is we've already upped our production in terms of the cheese by taking care of getting more sheep. And ultimately, I don't know which one's going to pay out better. Think about doing more cows, because we can then continue on with the slaughterhouse thing long term. We had a baby. It's your baby. Yeah, there you go. New animals born. Blackcurrant harvested. Oh, so there's more now. There's 1,200. So apparently they're going to keep going for a little while. Get through those strawberries eventually. That means I could probably use some more employees. Only one worker is idle, so Again, the efficiency part is looking pretty dang good. I don't know what's up with these two fields. Okay, that's the black currant. It's just still growing. Gooseberry, 4 days left on that one. I want to get another set of equipment going soon. We've got all this parking space that we can fill in. I'd like to get a couple more houses and another set of employees. Obviously, we're keeping them pretty busy, so the efficiency part's high, and we're starting to get raspberries, which means at some point maybe I need to back off the black currant temporarily and just get on with the raspberries so we can finish this stage of the chapter and either be done with the entire chapter or at least be able to move on to the next phase, know what it is, deal with that. And that raspberry jam. Yeah, there you go. Uh-oh, winter is here. December 21st. Well, actually, that is when winter kicks off, isn't it? Roughly. Raspberry jam on the go. It's coming. It's happening. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. These are... oh, bye-bye fields. These are bushes. Yeah, harvest. Get that harvest done. See, there's that little bit left. We're still able to harvest even though it's winter. Bushes get cold, maybe they'll freeze, maybe they'll have to replant in the spring, but those are vine. Grown on the vine. Berries. Apparently we're out of raspberries. So, do we need to temporarily... well, let's see. How close are we to harvest? Yeah, look at that. The cycle is taking a while. It takes about 2 months. None of them are going to be ready for a month, so let's go ahead and switch. So, is it just me or is the blackcurrant blackberry, as we call it in the US? Could be. I've noticed a distinctive UK feel to this game. I'm not quite sure where the developers are from, but it has that feel. Some of the terminology that has been used in here. New month, new expenses, right back down to 138,000. And let's go ahead and then right at the beginning of the month this time. Well, anyway, so some long-term goals. I'd like to double our production in terms of cheese. That's clearly making the most money, and the other things are kind of just achieving goals. So a third plant, 2 more cow sheds, or the sheep sheds. We'll see which one makes more sense. But in terms of the crops we have, the cows do make more sense than the sheep, as we have to keep purchasing here, which does cut a little bit into the income. And then the other long-term thing is more parking and another set of supplies, another tractor or 2, so that all of the field work is done via tractor and definitely not okay. Well, anyway, you say it's not there, but there it is. All right, already mid-January. Do I want to skip to spring? Not really. We'll let it play through. We do have quite a few idle employees at the moment, though. But that was that whole point, right? They're not constantly busy with the greenhouses. Things are still ongoing. We only have 2 employees here, but where can they work? They can work the bottom fields, and they can work the greenhouses. And maybe we need to connect this road, upgrade this road. Yeah, we could do that. JM's starting to pay off a bit more than before, but you can see the cheese. 53,000, 54,000, 17,000. Big difference. Big difference. All right, well now we're sitting at 260 before the end of the month, so our 200,000 has improved. We've already nearly covered off February's expenses. 3 days left, 24 days left. So we're gonna start harvesting here early February, so we'll switch back to the raspberries at that point. But it's definitely not going to get us all the way through, and I can also see that we are just about out of black currant. So we will table that one and start with strawberries for now, as the raspberries aren't quite, well, look at that, they're already harvesting. There we go, now we're out. I suppose, on with the raspberries. Alright, so we've already taken care of 2 harvests. Second one just got introduced, so now we continue on with our raspberry jam productions. We did get the next one complete. That puts us at 180. We're getting 90 each time. We need 10 in all. We've done 2, so we're 20% now, 25% of the way done. We'll have enough to surpass 30%. We'll be a third of the way. That's going to make things go much faster. It's also going to be a while before the next one's ready, so we're at 35%. But let's get back now to strawberries, which are sitting in storage, waiting for something to be done with them. Okay, yeah, 2 raspberry fields harvested so far. Still getting just 90 per, but we also just started. That's now bearing fruit, so next harvest is coming in. 5 days, 3 days, 7 days, 5 days, 9. So all of the other 6 are finally kicking off. So we will switch back to the raspberries quite soon. But with 4 employees, things yeah, look how much faster that's going now. Keep that slaughterhouse going. Okay, double harvest going on. We might need to switch back on over, get to those strawberries again quite soon. Especially they're now with 4 employees, they're making quick work of this. So 2 sheep sheds, not quite keeping pace for the sheep's milk, but it's close. Only 3 idle employees, that's nice even in winter. Now, speaking of winter, let's see, how are we looking? We have this, we have this, we have this. There's that, and no, not the crops, down to 350. There's the manure, sheep's wool. It looks like we also have a lot in terms of grass and silage. We don't want to sell all of that, but let's go ahead and get rid of, say, 10,000. An extra 5,000, and then some of this grass also, we'll get rid of 20,000 of that. And that's 116,000 payout. Very healthy. You can see it's already restocking what we've got going on there. Everybody's busy. We're at 238,000. Okay, bunch of raspberry fields harvested. They're all just doing the 90 though. Not a surprise with their first harvest though. And we have gone through what's there. So back to the strawberries. And how are we looking now? Oh, 1 to go. 1 to go. 1 to go. We've done 9 of 10 necessary. Let's see, those 2 fields that were... They're down to 17 days each. Alright. Not long now. Not long, and we'll be entering spring with our next task. That's not generally a bad time for that to be happening, depending on what that task is. Because they're at max production and they're still not. Let's see how far off is it. Right? I only have 3 employees on here for one thing. How quickly do they get through it? How long are they sitting idle? If they're sitting idle for quite a while, then we obviously need... Oh, wow, yeah. Well, there's the next one, but... Next delivery, that's from the other shed. That's both sheds offering up enough production to do one set, and now they're sitting. Let's see how long it is until we get to the next wave. Those 3 employees are easily keeping up, and I think this is long enough to make that a 3rd one. Oh yeah, yeah, they're still sitting idle. So, let's try to increase production. Sheep are easy. We buy sheep times 10. Poof. Okay, double check the others. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but we need to assign a worker. That's the tricky part here. We do have, yes, we do have 1 place available, but we also have some workers that have been idle for a while. Let's see what we have. Animals, Amber. Amber, yes, you might be good with plants, but you are fantastic with the animals. So there you go. We'll just assign 1 from there. That does eliminate 1 from our pool. But again, we've freed up some workers with what we're doing with the raspberries there now. Speaking of, how are we looking? 5 days left. Speed things back up. We'll have sheep delivered soon, and we've added 50% to our production of sheep's milk. Water in the fields. Dun 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 dun. 2 days to go. Mid-March, and it's still cold and snowy. Should be just about the final snowstorm. 1 day left. We'll switch back to those raspberries quite soon. Or am I still on the raspberries? No, we did switch back to the strawberries. And we've gone through 1,000 of them quite quickly here. With that raspberry harvest, we can switch back here in a moment. Or should I just finish off the strawberries because they're nearly done? That's probably a smart thing to do. Let them finish off the strawberries. And spring has sprung. Those fields will be coming up soon. 40 degrees, it's warming up. Things are thawing out. Oh, snow! And so much for that idea. They're gonna try getting the fields going. It's gonna be real difficult. There we go. Now it warms up. Ooh, they are planting already. That field was ready to go. Well, that's handy though. Okay, strawberries. Last one. They'll just make it through this. And there you go. So, blackcurrant's not going to be ready for a while. Let's go ahead and switch back to the raspberries. Plus, we have that final one to do anyway. Okay, we also got stuff going on. Raspberry fields. Gooseberries. Cabbage. And there it is. Raspberry jam complete. Next stage. Construct a new building, vegetable processing plant, and a mill. Alright, well, we've been doing our production down around here. Do we have space for a vegetable processing plant right here? Do we have 340,000? I'm assuming that's about what we're going to need for this. So. We have a ton of cow's milk. Let's go ahead and sell some of that. How's the... Yeah, the finances aren't looking too bad there. That's an extra 40,000. Okay, 62,000. Another 5. And that's already 308. Let's see what it is for a vegetable processing plant, but I'm guessing it's going to be costing the same as the others. There's the mill, 160. Alright, we got everything planted. That's awesome. Good to see, good to see. Or do we? That's still, what's your problem? Grows 2 days left? And that's probably one of the first ones I need to double up on. You need that sprayer often. But right now we have 380,000. Ooh, hello, hello. Price of raspberry jam going up. Okay, there's 50,000. And let's keep things going. $10,000. Sheep's cheese way down right now. That's 360. Just 20,000 shy. Of course, the moment we do something, we're gonna be in trouble again. Malfunction. Oh, ow. Ow, ow, ow. We need that though. That's our main source of income. That hurt. 34,000. Ugh. Cabbage field is diseased. Folks, we're having a bad day. We are having a bad day here in early April. Okay, there's 18,000. Sell some of this grass. Our vegetables that we harvested last year, I do not want to sell those off. As much as I'm tempted, I have a feeling our next step is going to be to do something with that vegetable processing. I do like our turnaround times right now. We are doing pretty well. Producing things awfully quickly here. We've got to buy that mill as well, so that's going to hurt. That's quite a bit more money that we're going to need. $340. You know, if we didn't spend 40 grand on repairing our milk processing plant, we'd be all set right now. Oh, come on. What is your deal? You keep saying not enough staff or no sprayer. The field is in really poor shape. Can we allow some manual work? We got 11 people idle, but so many of them can't reach that field because of where it's located. Remember, that was the field we had trouble with before. See, the other fields are getting worked on while this one's just sitting around idle. Not that I necessarily need it right now. It's just, it's a shame that it's going to waste. More raspberries, fodder beets, something else happened. I don't know, it disappeared. Alright, let's see what we can do again. 373 though. Very, very close. But also not far off from turn of the month and expenses coming in yet again. We're definitely doing better than break even. But not a whole lot better comes the cabbages. And again, we'll have something to do with all this stuff soon, but to be smart, because we're instantly going to go into a massive amount of debt in a few days. Keep the cabbages. Alright, there's your 340 again. Now if we can make that soon, like this first week, then I think we're good. Ugh, moisture. Moisture, moisture. Raspberries. Impacted. We only got 68 instead of 90 that time. Another grass harvest. Okay, some black currant. Maybe we need to switch to the black currant for a little bit. We'll get back to the raspberries soon enough. With 4 employees, they should make quick work of it. Okay, nice grass harvest. It's more than what we normally get. Okay, we're at 350,000 and we're still near the end of that first week. Can we get enough money here? Almost right on the edge. On the 11th. Early enough in the month. Just about 381. You know what? It's the 12th of the month. We've got half a month to spare. We were, what, 2 weeks better off than we were a month ago? So we're able to turn profit better by about 2 weeks now per month. It means we're making 1.5 times what we're spending. At the end of the day, anyway. Yeah, that's close enough. Because that means we'll be able to catch up quite soon at the beginning of the month. Maybe a few days in, but definitely not mid-late month kind of thing like we were facing. Well, I mean, if we had bought it last month, right, we'd just now be covering it off 12 days in. And maybe not even then, because you can't do all your tasks when you don't have the money. So, here we go. Vegetable processing plant. Oh, you don't fit in there. Dang. Alright, well. All of our vegetables are up here anyway. Hey, we'd put you right up next to your fields. Sure. Sure, why not? Alright, well, that's a whole lot of money. We're right back down to nothing. We'll get that built. Field's still not getting... Still hibernating. Just needs to be woken up, is all. What's your problem? No, not enough money. Oops. Take care of that real quick. Okay, power situation taken care of. Now, we overdid the employees we needed somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, like right here. Yeah, not necessarily. Look, they're still getting through the black currant, and they haven't done raspberries in a while. I think we've definitely overdone what we need here. But we upped the production, so I don't know if they still have that issue. Let's just hire someone. Alright. Tomatoes. Oh, look. Cucumbers. Gross. Sorry. I don't like pickles. Carrots. There's cabbage. Okay, cabbage it is. We'll start with cabbage. Okay, now we need a mill. And we also need some money because we've got some expenses coming up again. The turn of the month. Okay, that's only 10,000, but it's not the end of the month yet. Our expenses just went up with this new factory as well. It's another 1,800 monthly plus the employee that we just hired. And I'm guessing she is working quite slowly. Well, of course she's working slowly. We had nothing there, but yes, that is very slow. Shammer. Alright, folks, well, we've got the first step of this one done. Takes a while to do these things. There's so much hurry up and wait on the finances, and of course you can just dig deep and create a money train early on. And if you do that, then you're set and you're golden. And if you just simply follow the constraints of the campaign, it could just take forever to get through things. But, let's be honest. It's 2024 on the calendar. We're 3 years in, 4 years in, I think. The game actually started in 2020. So if we're 4 years in, could you imagine having a farm this big in 4 years? Most farms never get this big after 100 years. So, yeah, we've done that in 4. I gotta say, we're doing pretty dang well for ourselves. That is going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.